Here's a simple 4-exercise sequence you can use to actually fix your tight calves and improve your ankle mobility without wasting hours and hours on a foam roller and getting nowhere. Why bother listening to me on this? Well, I'm a physio and I help people online and in person improve their mobility, fix their injuries, and get back to doing things pain-free. Imagine your tight calves like a garden with deeply rooted weeds. Foam rolling is a bit like using a weed killer. It temporarily fixes the problem, but only for a short period of time. The weeds grow back and then you have to keep doing it over and over again, and it's not getting to the root cause of the problem. Now, you want to think of this exercise progression as a series of tools where we're actually addressing the weeds from the root up. And therefore, this will get you long-term changes to reduce your calf tightness and actually improve your ankle mobility without having to waste hours and hours every week. So the straight knee calf raise is like pulling on the top of the weed initially. This loosens up the surface and just gets everything moving. In relations to muscles, this starts to lengthen the gastrocnemius, which is the more surface level muscle out of the two in the calf. We need to strengthen and lengthen this muscle in different ranges to reduce your calf tightness and improve your ankle mobility. So set up on the edge of the plate or something where you can drop your heel off like I'm doing here. Have half of your foot on, half of it off. Do this barefoot ideally. Use one hand for support on a rig or just a handle, so balance isn't the limiting factor. And then you're simply going to go into the top of the calf raise, nice and controlled, keeping your knee straight, and then control the eccentric or the lowering portion as well. Nice, slow and controlled. Go for 2 to 3 sets of anywhere from 8 to 10 reps. And you can load this and make this more challenging by just grabbing a dumbbell and using this in your hand. Next, we have the bent knee calf raise, which is like loosening the roots of the weed. So this gets a little bit deeper and we can actually start to attack the root cause of the problem. This attacks the soleus muscle, which is a little bit deeper in the calf, so it lies under the gastrocnemius. This muscle often gets overlooked just because you can't see it, but it contributes to healthy knees, but also to how your calf functions and how your ankle functions as well. So by bending the knee, we can focus on this muscle, so set up in exactly the same position as the straight knee calf raise, but just with a bent knee instead, and all the same cues apply. Nice, slow and controlled tempo, and go for 2 to 3 sets of, again, 8 to 10 reps. Use a dumbbell to overload this again. Next, we have the shrimp squat, which is like digging to the very heart of the roots of the weed. The shrimp squat challenges the calf in a more dynamic and stretched position, which is more functional because this actually relates to improving movements like squats or split squats, where you want to get deeper and deeper with ankle mobility. Finally, the heel elevated pistol squat is actually pulling the roots of the weed out at the very base. This challenges the calf further because elevating the heel allows us to artificially get a little bit more dorsiflexion, which is simply getting that knee over that toe. This again challenges the calf in a more stretched position and will give you better long-term ankle mobility. Again, for both the shrimp squat and the heel elevated pistol squat, you can overload these with dumbbells or kettlebells in your hand. On the heel elevated pistol squat, gradually every 1 to 2 weeks, just decrease the amount of heel elevation. So eventually you will get down to a flat heel on the floor and you'll have much better ankle mobility, which will help you have less tight calves, but also help you squat deeper and more comfortably. You should do each of these progressions 3 to 4 times a week and do each progression for roughly 3 to 4 weeks before moving on to the next one. This just gives your body time to adapt to these new positions and the new load that is placed upon it. If you enjoyed that video, YouTube will recommend another one for you up here. And if you would like to work with me one-to-one, just check out the links down below in the description.